Let's booster launch is active and let's go. Whoa. Good stability, 49, 50, and then we come out. As you can see, for 335 horsepower, this X5 can definitely hustle. Very good power. Hello there everyone. Welcome to another episode of DM Carvies. Today we're driving a 2021 BMW X540i. This is the base model, and I want to say a huge thank you to Michael over at Enterprise Sales of Rockville for providing me this car. All his information will be in the right hand corner side of the screen. So if you're looking for a good pre-owned car and a good deal, reach out to him. But let's get her fired up and go take a look outside. It is a super cold, windy day, and we are driving this beautiful white on cognac X5, and we'll see how this car handles in this kind of weather. Seat stability. I personally had a 2005 X5 E53, the 4.4i liter engine. Sold it at 224,000 miles. Great car. But let's check out the back seats. We got nice stitched high quality materials everywhere, wood, and I'm really digging this cognac color of the leather. So let's hop in here. I'm 6'2", and there is plenty of space here in the back. We got 4-zone climates and heated rear seats, outlet pockets, USB, and I'm 6'2", and it's very comfortable in here. Excellent visibility, a lot of light coming into the cabin thanks to this gigantic panoramic sunroof. We've got our storage space, our cup holders, pleasant interior. Materials feel phenomenal, high quality. We got vents here too. That is so cool. Just missing the shades. Let's check out the trunk. We got an electronic lift gate, and this is also a dual trunk, so we got 2 different parts to it. And it is a large trunk. You can put a lot of stuff here, fold the seats. Got the cargo cover where we have our first aid. Ooh, cool. Let's check out the engine. This is the B58 3.0 liter inline 6 that pumps out 335 horsepower. Beautiful looking SUV. I would love to have the black grille, some black rims, and tints. In my opinion, that would be like perfection right there. Let's look at the interior. All right, so hopping in here, we are greeted to a cozy, comfortable cabin. These are not the multi-contour seats, these are the regular seats, but they do have some adjustments to them, so you can move the headrest, the extension, thigh extension, And I gotta say, I really like the seating position in the X5. You can see everything around you, good visibility. We have the older iDrive8 system in this car, or I think the, what is it called, the iDrive8 or iDrive7? It's the one before the current generation. And honestly, I love this infotainment. I think it's pretty much perfected to every point. The navigation system here is flawless. We got the, let's see if we have the we have the 360 camera with the auto park, 3D view, excellent quality, very HD. We got the car wash view, dual zone climate, storage space, and we will actually close this gigantic panoramic sunroof. Black headliner. All right, so let's do a quick wiper test, a horn test, and let's get going. It's been a while since I've driven this iteration of the X5. I've driven the newer one, and then like a couple years back I drove this same iteration. The car is warmed up, but let's see how this drives. This is not the M Sport package, it's just the regular X5 on the smallest wheels. And so far, I gotta say, it feels very torquey and silky. There's good feedback under the gas pedal and a very light steering wheel. So it's like super light, much lighter than the steering that you would find in the M versions. I like how comfortable the front seats are and how ergonomically pleasing this whole cabin is. Like, everything just is so logical and straightforward that anybody could figure this out. You could put somebody who's never driven a car before and they would figure out what this is. We got the front memory seat as well. What I also like about these front seats is that they're supportive, but not to an extent where they would be too tight. They're like the perfect width and perfect size. And surprisingly, with minimal effort, this X5 can hustle. Like, you don't have to even put in the pedal deep to get going. But let's put it into sport. So the sport mode is a milder sport. It keeps the RPMs pretty low, but it still gives you full boost when you press the gas, like, slightly. But then if we go into Sport Plus, that's the mode that keeps the gears a little bit higher, and it actually tightens up the suspension. But at 40, it's taking the turn. At 43, good stability. 49, 50, and then we come out. As you can see, for 335 horsepower, this X5 can definitely hustle. And it's got a nice soft suspension. Speed, you don't really feel any speed here. All you feel is just some body roll, just a little bit into the turns, and you can tell that this is the softest suspension version of this car. But still, we're taking this turn at 50, and you can kind of feel that this is its 52. This is kind of where it really, 53, 55. You can see that this is the limit here. Inline 6 sounds great. All right. I also don't think this X5 has any artificial sound to it. But plenty powerful, plenty powerful. Now if we can go into regular sport, this is like the mild sport. So the mild sport is going to keep your RPMs at a pretty low RPM range. You see, even in sport, where we're going about, I'd say what, like 80. Also, the thing with these cars is if you're trying to like pace with a quick car, you don't need to actually floor the car. It's better if you just go like halfway and then put in the pedal more. It allows you to really utilize that mid-range torque instead of just having it shoot to the red line. Because once it shoots to like 6,500, it needs to upshift and regain that momentum again. So honestly, I feel like the best balance is to give it like 70% gas and then dig in the pedal all the way down. I feel like that is the best way to do it with this car, or with any of the BMWs with this engine. Also, excellent blind spot system here. It gives feedback into the steering wheel when there's a car in your blind zone. I'm really curious to see how this X5 will perform with our RaceBox test. But let's turn around, head back onto the highway and go to our usual track where we do our Mexico 0 to 60 runs. Coming up on our first roundabout. I like the way this 6-cylinder engine sounds. It's got a very distinct tone in that. It handles well, very well. But you can definitely tell that this is a much softer suspension setup than any of the M series Beamers that I've driven. This is as soft as it gets. I mean, it's a very pleasant ride. It's just not really meant for like taking corners extremely fast. And as I was explaining, the normal sport really allows you just to use low RPMs when you're accelerating and then give it full boost with minimum gas. Very good power, very good power. That's all I can say. This car, if you're going at the right speed, for example, and you give it gas, I don't know, it just shoots out like a bullet. And this X5 is what, like almost 5,000 pounds and 335 horsepower. Like it's magnificently quick for, even I'd say fast for this kind of power. The question is, do you really need to get the V8 twin turbo? I mean, just depends on your needs, but in real life driving, this is just plenty. And it's way more efficient too and reliable, like in terms of, you know, long-term maintenance. But we are going to head to our Mexico strip next, and we will do some 0 to 60 runs. So we've got our RaceBox connected. Let's check the speedometer accuracy, and at 62 I'm seeing 60, 63, 61. So about a 2 mile per hour discrepancy at this speed right now. Let's see, 67 is 68. So and then it grows up to almost 2.5, 3. Good brakes, excellent response. So right now, once the light turns green, we're not going to do a full-on 0 to 60. We're just going to do like a 40% throttle, And we're gonna see how this car gets up to 60 just in like that mode without actually giving it too much gas. We are in sport mode, not sport plus, just normal sport. Oh, okay. This is 30% throttle right now. I'm not even pressing hard. And we got to 60 in 6.4 seconds just with 30% throttle. So as you can see, it's got a very good performance for what it is. But we are going to let the traffic through right now, and we will do our first acceleration test, see how quick we can do it. And this is without launching the vehicle. This is just going to be a pedal to the metal. I did disable traction just so we can use a little bit more power off the line. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. I can feel the shifts, which is good. 5.83. And we did 1426 quarter mile. Very good. Now, next run, we're not going to do the full quarter mile because there's really no point. It's just going to subtract that time from the 0 to 60, and the speed will probably stay the same. But jumps out very good. Definitely feels faster than it actually is. But I'm curious to see what our trap speed is on this car. And we actually had a positive, like a good slope too, minus 0.8, so it's within valid borders. Let's see, so 5.83. And we did 80.4 miles on the trap speed on the 1/8 mile, and we trapped 100.4 on the quarter mile. Again, good numbers, good numbers. Definitely expecting a little bit more, but on the trap speed, but that's okay. We'll do one more 0 to 60 run right here, just for the giggles. See what we can do, and I will actually keep traction on this time. I don't want it to interfere. I want to see if I can do any better on the 0 to 60. And I'm not going to floor it all the way from the start. I'm going to like ease into it. So 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to go into it. And 586. Again, consistent results. 5.83, 5.86 makes no difference whatsoever. And at 83, I'm seeing 80. So 3 mile per hour discrepancy at this speed on the speedometer versus the GPS. All right, so here we'll do one more run. This time I am going to launch the car. We're gonna see how launch control works here. We are in Sport Plus. We got our system in, our transmission in Sport, and our traction is on. We have the traction mode. So I am super curious as to what this car can do with launch. Probably my guess is we will shave about 0.3 to 0.5 off the 0 to 60, which will in return give us a better time on the 1/8 mile as well, which is the end goal here, obviously. All right, let's check the U-turn radius, see what we can do. Okay, great. Actually, great radius for such a big car. It's way better than the CT5V that was, so that's great. All right, so let's come to a full stop. All right, let's booster launch is active, and let's go. Whoa. Whoa. 5.37, excellent. So we did a little bit better on the what's it called, on the quarter mile. We did 13.94 and 5.37 to 60. And I am curious as to see if launch made our trap speed any better. Let's go back to comfort. We're not going to do any more acceleration tests. This will wrap it up. Now the new X5 that I tested, the 375 horsepower mild hybrid, that one did, I believe, 4.8 seconds on a very questionable slope, so it wasn't the best run that I could have done. I think you could have done a little bit better. All right, so here we got 8.99 on the 1/8 mile. Again, same exact trap speeds, 80 and 100. Same thing. So like I said earlier, the only thing that changed is the actual jump, just that delay from the start, which is very minor here. So still 5.37 for a 5,000 pound truck. That's highly impressive, highly impressive. And it still feels like it's very fast. Even at higher speeds, it feels like it's still pulling very well. And it feels like a very fast car, to me at least. The backroad handling, again, it's good, it's stable, but it is a little bit floaty-ish. Again, it's to be expected from a car like this. It is a luxury plush SUV. It's not a sports car. If you want to go more sports, you at least have to go for the M package or get the M60i or M50i, whatever the year is. But overall, I have to say, I've really enjoyed driving this X5. It handles good for a 5,000 pound machine. The ride is amazing. So the ride and the cabin isolation, the steering feel is good. And it's just a enjoyable ride to be in. The materials are phenomenal. The infotainment is perfection here. The quality of the screen, literally, this is perfection. The virtual cockpit, it's great. And this is definitely more of a driver's car than a Q7 will ever be, or a regular Q8. Performance-wise, I think on the highway they will be fairly similar with the Q8 3.0T, but this is definitely going to be faster to 60 by at least 0.5 seconds. Now, as far as what I'm aware, the trap speeds are going to be close with the Q8. The Q8's like, I think, also 100, something like that. But I feel like maybe if we had like premium fuel in this car, we could do a little better on the trap speed, maybe like 102 or something. But overall, great experience. I mean, I don't really care about the trap speeds here in this car specifically. It doesn't even matter to me because this is not its goal. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you buy an X5 like this? I mean, I sure would. With the base engine, this is already great. Like, for my taste, plenty of power. Would I look at the M50i or the M60i? Absolutely, why not? But just depends on what you need it for. If you are trying to squeeze out an extra second and a half off your 0 to 60, then you should go for the M50i. It is definitely going to be the sportier, faster alternative. But till next time.